So Raven has found and supplied a way to make the circle pattern on a subsurface. So it knew enough to take the B-rep, the ring B-rep, plug it in, explode it, from the list, extract the surface, reparameterize the surface, and then isotrim and get a subset from the surface. It was smart enough to utilize a domain, construct a domain, and do a UV construct dv squared, right, domain, which is pretty complex thinking. It then divided it subsurface, and it placed the circles on the points. But it placed the circles on the edge. And what I'm trying to do is put diamonds down the center. So let's turn a few things off here. And I'm going to try to use the circles to place diamonds. Okay, so we can see the subsurface here. Let's change the color. No, let's change the color to, I think it doesn't really matter. How about white? Okay, you can see the subsurface there. And it created the circles. I want the circles down the center line of the surface in here. So what I've done is I've used the paneling tools under paneling tools. I extracted a surface UV number and I plugged in the UV counts here into here, and then I got the center of the grid because I created a grid from these points here. From this surface I created a grid pattern, which is this, joining those four squares. I now used the component to find the center of the grid, and then I used the same component Raven used, which is circle with a normal. I plugged in the center and found the normal at that point as well. To that, then I created a radius. What I'm going to do is break off the radius, and I'm going to put this radius here. And what I'm going to do is put an expression x divided by 2. That now makes this diamond diameter. Okay. So if I want a 1 point diamond, it's 1 point. Let's go 2 points diamond, which is 1.7. Okay. And then I'm going to go to AlgoJewels. I'm going to go to gemstones, and I'm going to use universal fit circle with round brilliant cutters. Okay. I'm now going to bring in the centers or the circles to fit the stones. And you can see I have some going up and some going down. So I'm going to follow the guide circle. And now I have 1 millimeter stones. But because Raven came up with this using the points in the circles there, which is a beautiful idea. I wouldn't have thought of that. Let's bring the count up so that these stones become closer together. And now I'm going to do the same thing here. Radius x divided by 2. Commit that. And I'm going to bring this down to, let's go 0.65. And what I can do is now bring this using Raven's tool here. I'm going to bring the stones closer together. Perfect. Now, what I can do is let's go to the top. I'm going to try to center line it. Okay, that's about center of the gemstone. So now I need to I'm going to try to right about there is perfect. Okay, now I have circles where the claws can be. So technically I can utilize this tool again, Control Copy V, and then plug these centers in here and turn these into basic drill, custom cutter, round brilliant basic drill. Actually use the custom cutter. I can actually use a, let's go, I can make a sphere, parameter, surface. I can use a, where is it, sphere? Expression, x divided by 2, and use this radius here. Oh, I'm already dividing by 2. Let's delete this. And I now have claws for gemstones. I can use AlgoJewels Display Gold Geometry. I can put the gold claws in there. AlgoJewels Display Gemstones and put them there. I can use diamonds. Delete that. And let's display yellow. So Raven just helped me build and design using this component that it came up with, a way to place diamonds on a band. Now let's see what happens when I change the finger size. It won't be parametric. It'll take a little more work to make it parametric. Actually, it's pretty close. I'd have to do a few alterations to make it more so that it changes with the finger size, because right now this is the surface. But it works. Thank you for watching.